Yes, good morning. Looking back at the game, was really, really proud of the way our players competed. I thought they had the energy necessary. I thought they competed. I think that was evident when we blocked the field goal. But it's all about the discipline to execute over a period of time. It's quality football for 60 minutes, however you deem it, winning football, quality football for 60 minutes. We weren't able to do that. We did that in spurts. But, when you're playing the quality of opponents that we have in the Sun Belt, you have to play quality football, like I said, for 60 minutes. We took 14 points off the board. You can't do that. And when you think about it, we had a 9-play drive. We had a 12-play drive that ended in touchdowns, and we only came away with 3 points from that. They were senseless penalties that were very uncharacteristic of our football team and the players that actually did it. It's very uncharacteristic. We weren't very good in critical situations in terms of managing the critical downs, in terms of third down, red zone, offense and defense, red zone efficiency. So we weren't very good in those areas when you really look at it. Now we're going on the road to Monroe, which is a very, very, very good football team. All you have to do is watch their body of work and watch their video. They play at a high level. They have intensity. They have great effort. Very good football team. The record does not indicate who they are. All you have to do is look at their games with App State, Georgia Southern, Texas State. They could very well be sitting at 5-2 as opposed to 2-5. So a great challenge for us, but many teaching points and a lot of learning lessons with a very young football team that we have to learn from these failures. We have to learn from these and continue to move forward.
Thank you. We'll start off with Luke Matheson. Luke?
Well, Coach, you just mentioned it, and it's no secret, very young football team. We've talked about that all year long. Playing those younger guys, what are some of the things that you've seen up to this point that you like, but maybe also some things that you feel like they need to continue to work on?
Yeah, well, I like their competitive spirit. I think they've added a whole nother dynamic to our football program in terms of the competitive character that they bring every day. And they want to play, and they're learning through that. I think the biggest thing for them in moving forward, and I met with them yesterday regarding that, is just your pride in your preparation. Whether it's your role on special teams, is the extra video study. You just can't do football within the building. What do you do football in your preparation when you leave the building? So I think that's the biggest thing with a young football player, is the preparation that goes into playing winning football on Saturday, but also your pride and performance of understanding your role. If you're the right guard on punt, well, why not be the best right guard in America? And you take pride in that, in the details and the overall discipline that it takes. So again, I'm excited about our freshmen. Obviously, we have a lot playing for us, and these are all learning experiences that I think are going to do nothing but benefit us in the future.
Over to Logan. Logan?
Hey, Coach, a couple questions. First, just what did you make of Jalen's performance Saturday and just how he's grown since the bye week and even going back to Troy? And then two, preparing for ULM. ULM throughout Blake Murphy, who had over 300 yards against Georgia Southern, and potentially preparing for two quarterbacks. Just how do you go about preparing for a week like that?
Well, it's a challenge because they actually played 3 quarterbacks. So again, each one has a little bit different, unique skill set. So that's going to be a challenge. And then they're surrounded by really good football players. Their receiving core is dynamic. They can run. They make plays. They can make contested catches. Big offensive line. So again, I think the people around them make it as much of a challenge as those individual skill set. In terms of Jalen's performance, every rep is vital. Every practice rep, every live game rep is vital. I thought he did some really good things, but also there's probably about 5 or 6 plays he would like to have back as well. There's a number of times where he could have pulled the ball, which he didn't. There was a couple times where our drops and our rhythm and our spacing, we were a count behind. But in terms of managing the overall game, we had 2 turnovers on offense, which you can't do. So you learn as a quarterback, you never work back into the pocket. Anytime you work back in the pocket, not good things happen. So these are all things in moving forward, his eye discipline, his eye control. But again, I see him getting better and better and better. And, we're putting a lot on his shoulders as a true freshman, but it's very encouraging. I thought his leadership was very, very good. He got us, for the most part, in the right plays. So again, very encouraged by his performance, but a lot also that we left out there.
All right, we'll go over to Sam. Sam.
Coach, how important was it to get Corey Rucker going again? First 100-yard game back at Arkansas State. Has he been a leader for the program? And then kind of how is, having a little bit more experienced guy like Corey around some of these younger guys that you mentioned helped the program thus far?
Yes, Sam, I think, first of all, getting him back into the rhythm, and, he's still recovering from the injury that he had at South Carolina. So he's still not been at 100%. I think Saturday night was the closest that he's been. But, he adds a whole nother dynamic to our offense. So that was great to see him step up and make plays. We have a very, very young receiving room. So when you have somebody that kind of has the experiences of Corey, of being here, leaving, going to the SEC, coming back here, I think that's a great illustration for our program and for our younger players to really listen to him. So he's done a great job of really mentoring the younger players. He's been very consistent in his approach and his practice habits every single day. So that was great to get him involved early and to see him make the plays that he did.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you. And thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. That's all the time we have for you today.
Hey, Travis, thanks again. Have a great week.